Hey guys, it's the Default Trainer here. So I've decided to start a new series of videos, and this is going to be the first one in that series. But before I begin on that, I just like to say I apologize for the lack of videos lately. And I'm not going to lie to you, what happened was I got lazy. And by that I mean I was just, not really wanting to do videos and everything. I was starting to get uninterested, but that doesn't matter because I'm back, and that's not going to happen again. So, yeah, I'm just going to say right now, I apologize again for the lack of videos, and let's get started. So, in this series, we're going to learn how to take apart and reassemble various different types of Rubik's Cubes. So, I figure why not start with a puzzle that I first reviewed. So, in that case, we're just going to learn how to disassemble and reassemble the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. So before I actually start, doing the tutorial on how to take it apart and reassemble it, I just want to say this is merely a test video, so you guys can give me feedback on how this, on things I can improve on and all kinds of other stuff. So yeah. So anyway, before I continue, I just like to say that most 3x3s are very alike in the way they're disassembled. This is a different brand. This is a Diane Vanchi. Mechanism is a little bit different. But it's disassembled in very much the same way. As you can see, there's still corner pieces, edge pieces, and everything. It's essentially still 3x3, and it still has the same, essentially the same mechanism. It's slightly varied, so they don't get sued by the company who has patented the mechanism. But I'm assuming that once you know how to disassemble the regular 3x3, you should be able to disassemble most other 3x3s. So anyway, let's figure out how to disassemble this. So, the first thing you want to do is just rotate the top layer like that, and take this middle edge piece and just kind of lift it up like that, and pop it out like that. Now, sometimes your pieces can be stiff, like, do I have it with me? I don't think I have it on me. My other 3x3, the one that's newer, it's really stiff. It's not going to budge that easily. But, yeah. This one's loose, but because of how it's designed, it's kind of stuck in there. But, with a little wiggling, it'll all come out. But for some of the older models, and if it's really giving you problems, you can use, like, a butter knife or something, like a screwdriver to, lever it out. But just get this metal edge piece out by just, turning it 45 degrees and just simply pulling it out. And you can set that aside. Then these little corners that are, loosely floating around, you can just kind of pull them out like that. And then you can go to the next edge piece and pull it out, and then take that corner and pull off the top layer. And just kind of repeat this as you go all the way around the cube until the whole top layer has been fully disassembled. Alright, so for these middle edge pieces, you can just kind of lift them up and put them down like that. Just kind of pull them up. And just keep doing that over and over again. And then for these corners, on these bottom corners, you can just kind of lift them up and set them aside. Alright. And then for these last edge pieces, you can just kind of, just take these, rotate them down, and just kind of, pull them out like that. And there it is. So, that is every single part that's on the Rubik's Cube. That is the core. So let's take a look at this. So this is the core. It's got the center caps on it, and these spin. This is how the faces spin. This is the center of the core, and this is where all these pieces screw in together. Here's what an edge piece looks like up close. This side's hollow, and the actual edge piece is hollow. And these are hollowed for movement purposes, or curved down movement purposes. A corner piece looks a little bit like this. It's shaved down some places for movement purposes, and it's hollow on one side. Alright, so, yeah. I believe there is a total of 20 pieces. There's 20 pieces, not including the core. So I'm pretty sure it's around there anyway. I'm almost 90% sure it's 20 pieces, but I'm not positive. But anyway, so looks like the symbol, and that's how to disassemble it. To reassemble it, it's not that much harder. So let's begin. So you're just going to take an edge piece like this. This is the white and blue edge piece, and you're just going to put it in between those two centers right there. And the tip I have that is turn one of the centers 45 degrees, set it on top right in the space in between the two, and just simply rotate it up, and now it is stuck into place. Now just find another edge piece. Another edge piece. Here's the red and white one. Do the same thing. Rotate it to the side. Stick it right there, and just rotate it up. And you can repeat this with all of the edge pieces on the white side, or all of the edge pieces on the same face. So they can be all the green edge pieces, or all of the blue edge pieces, but don't just like putting random edge pieces, like one here and one there. Just make sure that they're all in one layer. Now for the last edge piece, if I can find it, where is it? There it is. You can't really put it in like that. So all I have for you is you can just kind of rotate it like all the way down, put it right there, and just bring it all the way back up like that. So now you have those edge pieces in, and apparently there's construction outside my house, so that's why there's random noises, so I apologize for that. But here's a corner. For that, you're just going to take it, find where it goes, right in between its centers, and just kind of slide it down like that. Nothing else to it, just simply taking the corner like this, and just simply sliding it into place like that. Now, for the next corner, right here, just simply going to hit it, and slide it down like that. Move it over. Here's another piece. Right between the centers, slide it down. And the last white corner, take it and just put it in and slide it down like that. So now the entire white face should be complete. And you can kind of look at the mechanism. It's a little bit different. So, yeah, let's get these middle edge pieces in place. So all you're going to do is just pick up a middle edge piece and just figure out where it goes. And just kind of, again, slide it into place. Just kind of push it and just bring it in like that. It may take a little wiggling, but it should easily go in. And in case you're wondering, not all models are like mine where they easily pop in and out. That's only because I've done this several times. Sometimes they can get really sticky. So I advise that you go with caution as well. And if you're using something to lever these pieces in and out, be careful not to break them, because that sucks to simplify it and put it in simple terms. So now we have 2 layers of this Rubik's Cube completely finished. And it looks kind of like this. We're going to make it look more like this. So let's get this last layer in place. So we're just going to take the center and rotate it 45 degrees like that. And just take an edge piece, there's one right here, and just kind of push it in like that, like we did before. Kind of the reverse. And find an orange corner right here, and just kind of push it in like that. Here's the red, excuse me, the yellow and blue edge piece, and that is, nope, that's yellow and green, nope, there it is. So right here, you're just going to take it and just push it into place. If I can find the corner, there it is, we can just put it right there, and be very careful on where you're putting your corners and everything, because it can get nasty parodies. This edge right here, right there, and if you make a mistake and put an edge in backwards, then just fix it quick. And then you can put the last 2 corners in like that. Take the final edge piece and just kind of put it back like that. So that is how to take apart and reassemble a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. So make sure to give me feedback on the series, and thanks for watching. See you guys later.